Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the City of Millville Commission meeting for November 15, 2021, at approximately 7:03 p.m. I call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Santiago.
Here.
Commissioner Pepitone.
Here.
Vice Mayor Parent.
Here.
Commissioner Udalvis.
Here.
Commissioner Cooper.
Here.
I don't think Mr. Bledsoe's here. Do I see him? I don't see him. Might as well step up.
Pinch hitter.
Well, can we stand, please? The invocation. Followed by.
Please join me in prayer. Father, we thank you, Lord. God, we praise you and we thank you so much, Lord, for this evening. God, we thank you for this awesome city. And yes, Lord, we have many, many things that we need to work on and come together on. But Lord, we know without you, it's a futile effort. And I pray right now, Lord, that tonight that things will be done that are supposed to be done to carry out your will. I pray, Lord, for all the commissioners that there will be civility. I say it all the time, and I'm going to continue to say it with the current state of affairs in our world. And I pray right now, Lord, that the love that you have for this city will shine through the people. And I pray, Lord, that things are changing and that this city will rise out of the ashes. And there will be new things that will be happening here. And I pray, Lord, for innovative ideas, for inspiration, and for the new commission to come. I pray, Lord, that that will continue. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pastor, please announce your church and who are you with?
I'm actually now with Cornerstone Community. Cornerstone Community now.
Give him your full name.
No, I'm sorry. Pastor Steve Harris, Cornerstone Community Church.
Thank you, Pastor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Been a while.
Yeah, I understand.
you did it this
What are
time.
you doing?
You did it that time.
It's great to know that you have people in the audience that are always wanting to fill in and that are qualified to fill in. So thank you so much. This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act of 1975, was advertised, posted, and made available to the public as required by statute. The municipal clerk is directed to include a statement in the minutes of this meeting. Madam Clerk, are there any review changes to the agenda?
We have several additions. Some of them were just late to get to me, and other ones were a technical issue we were having when we were uploading things to the agenda. So the changes are the addition of the tax collector's report, the addition of ordinance on first reading, amending the salary ordinance, the removal of resolution item 8. Number 4 is the addition of a letter from Mayor Santiago appointing planning board members and also a reappointment. Item 5 is amendments to language in the resolution items 5 and 6, which is recommended by Economic Development. Item 6 is the addition of resolution number 9, which is rescinding resolution 256-221 for a person-to-person ABC liquor license transfer, and that's due to failure to comply with the background requirement. Item 7 is the addition of resolution item 10, which is rescinding resolution number 257-2021, which was adopted November 3rd, which was approving a shared service agreement between the City of Millville and the authority. And also the addition of new business authorizing the city clerk to advertise to receive bids for the sanitary sewer rehabilitation project.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We'll go right into presentations. Is anyone here?
So it's a presentation by Ascension Cannabis Brands on the New Jersey's adult use cannabis. I don't think anyone, is somebody in the audience to?
No, there currently is not someone in the audience,
Okay.
Madam Clerk, but as you had uploaded the presentation deck to the agenda, it also is available online. And this artifact actually constitutes one of the supplemental resources that was requested and provided willingly and welcomely by the developer in hopes of gaining a letter of support this evening for the state rounds of the license applications beginning December 15th. So that will be seen on one of our resolution items this evening. Ascension Brands is one of the companies that has received an endorsement by Economic Development, and this background information is provided to the commissioners and the public to review as one of the possible applicants to the state process.
Thank you, Commissioner. Does anyone have any questions?
Mr. Mayor, bills be paid if they're properly certified.
Second the motion?
Had a motion and second. Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Also, Mr. Mayor, motion to approve and dispense with the reading of the following minutes and proceed with the regular order of business, October 5th, 2021, regular meeting.
Second the motion?
Motion and second on the meetings, or any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
We now open up to the public for comments on agenda items only. Anyone that has a comment on an agenda item, please step up to the mic, state your name and your concerns, and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please. Seeing no one, I close the public comment on agenda items only. Old business, please.
We have no old business, Mayor.
Petitions and letters.
Okay, item 1 is, I just need a motion to receive and file a letter appointing and reappointing the following Class 4 Planning Board members of the City of Millville: Robert Moore, with the term expiring November 15, 2025, and Larry Malone, with the term expiring November 8, 2025.
Mr. Mayor, move to receive, file, and approve.
Second the motion?
Got a motion and a second. Are there any comments?
No,
Oh.
just, go ahead, Mayor.
No,
I just
go
wanna
ahead,
thank-
Vice.
I just want to thank Larry for willing to serve. I know you'll do a good job. You know, Congratulations.
But I was going to say appreciative, always when someone volunteers to do something. And I know Mr. Moore's a nice man, and I know, Larry, you've been doing a great job, so thank you, and thank you for being here. Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Reports of commissioners. Commissioner Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And from the Parks Department, over the last 2 weeks, we have cut over 25 properties, including a few: the soccer fields, Bogdan Boulevard, 25 Airworks, 601 Wheaton Avenue, Coventry Way, and the Senior Center. On Wednesday, November 3rd, we held our last craft night of 2021. We would like to thank those who have participated throughout the year, and we're looking forward to the craft nights in 2022. Upcoming projects: we will complete the winterization on our irrigation systems, and as you've seen up and down High Street, we've already started hanging the Christmas lights, and they should be completed by the end of the week. Upcoming events: we're encouraging all business owners in Millville to enter the storefront window decorating contest to celebrate the holiday season. All entries will be judged November 26th. Enter by calling the Recreation Department. Senior Swim, every Wednesday until December 29th. There will be a senior swim at the Holly City Family Center, located at 8 East Mulberry Street. The senior swim is for seniors 62 and older. Open swim is from 1 to 2. Community Swim. Every Saturday until December 18th, all members of the community are welcome to swim at the Holly City Family Center from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Both swims are on a first-come, first-served basis. The annual Christmas parade will be held Friday, November 26th at 7 p.m. on High Street. You can also view our annual parade by tuning in to local channel 22, Quinn Broadcasting, or QBCTV22.com. If you'd like to participate in the Millville Christmas Parade, please reach out to the Millville Recreation Department. Swimming with Santa. A lot of swimming. Swimming with Santa will be held on Friday, December 10th. You must sign up to participate. Please, again, call the Recreation Department to participate. Now until December 29th, Santa's mailbox will be set up in the Police Department foyer. This is a special mailbox that goes directly to the North Pole. So please make sure the return address is clear and easy to read. No postage necessary, and Santa will send a personal letter to your home. And that is it, Mr. Mayor, from the Parks Department moving forward.
Thank you, Commissioner Cooper. Commissioner Pepitone.
No report at this time, Mayor.
Wait, no report?
No.
No? Okay. Commissioner Udalvis.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In providing an update of the ongoing developments in the Chapter 30 draft, the City of Millville Planning Board hosted a discussion item at the November 8th meeting with welcome feedback and questions from property owners and residents of the Laurel Lake residential zone as discussed at the previous commission meeting. The revisions to the draft as provided by Vice Chairman Jay Laubengeyer and endorsed by the City of Millville Planning Board have been authorized for addition to the Chapter 30 draft. The next meeting of the City of Millville Planning Board will take place on Monday, December 13th at 6:30 p.m. in the fourth floor Commission Chambers of City Hall. Additionally, the next meeting of the Zoning Board of Adjustment will be held on Thursday, December 2nd at 6:00 p.m. in the Commission Chambers. Explaining the ordinances on second reading, items 2 and 3, as seen on this evening's agenda, these proposed amendments have been provided by the Planning Department and City Solicitor. Similar to the schedule of fees for applicants that was approved to be added to the current format of the city's land use code during the October meetings of the commission, the ordinances providing updates to sections for fences and signs are also intended to adopt the standards that will be incorporated into the Chapter 30 format as provided by Sarah Birdsall. These items were discussed at previous meetings of the city's planning board and have received approval by planning, zoning, and engineering for adoption in the current format of Chapter 30 to create continuity and begin implementation immediately upon final approval and the subsequent 20-day wait period. Additionally, resolution items 5 and 6, as pertaining to letters of support to the State of New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission for the application process, are included on behalf of Ascension, Cannabis Brands, and Trulieve. The language that has been amended with the recommendation of Economic Development provides a statement affirming that the city has not imposed a limit on the number of licenses that may be issued within the municipality, and that any issuance of the licenses to either company would not be deemed non-conforming based on a municipality's limit. Specifically stated, in paragraph 5 that has been added to the resolutions 5 and 6, the language reads the following. Whereas the city's Department of Public Affairs have recommended and supported a total of 5 companies who intend to apply for recreational cannabis licenses. The city has not imposed a limit on the number of cannabis businesses. Therefore, the issuance of a license to the license applicant will not exceed that limit. This language was added at the recommendation of Economic Development and is compliant with those terms as set forth by the Cannabis Regulatory Commission for those application letters. And with the conclusion of this report and update, Mr. Mayor, progress.
Thank you. Vice Mayor.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, motion to receive and file tax collector's report for the month of October 2021.
Second the motion.
Motion is second. Any questions? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Just a couple of items. Tonight we'll be moving on some some things that has to be done with the UEZ program to get that underway for the next administration. So, we'll try to explain some of that later if you need to be. Also, we have in the audience Mrs. Malone, Debbie Malone, who was elected on the school board. Deb, congratulations.
Second term.
Number 2 term. The better half of the Malone family. I want to make that perfectly clear. And Mr. Romanek is here again this evening. Congratulations on your win.
Kurt Hewitt's here too.
Everybody's pointing.
Kurt Hewitt's here.
And no, wait a minute.
Oh, he's got something special.
Yeah, there's something special for him. Kurt Hewitt, who's been attending meetings for many, many years. Kurt, we appreciate that. Congratulations on your win. I know you'll do a fine job. And of course, if you ever need any advice, don't call me, call the mayor. No, I'm only kidding, you know that. Or an opinion. I'll make myself available always to any new commissioner that wishes to give me a shout. I'll go through a few items with you, okay? You know that. So again, congratulations to all of you. Thank you for serving. Thank you for serving the city and having the courage to sit up here, okay? Good luck. That's about it, Mayor.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. There's a couple things on the agenda that has to do with road work. I think it's item 4 and item 7. One is for Columbia Avenue, and the other one is for, I believe it's 5th Street, and I'm missing a street. It might be, what is it? Riverside. Riverview. See, I'm missing one. Anyway, but it's on the agenda, and it's always nice that we can improve our streets and roads. So I'm sure they'll be successful as we go on. Madam Clerk, can we go into ordinances on second reading, please?
Sure. The first item is a bond ordinance authorizing various capital improvements and acquisitions appropriating $398,000 to pay the cost thereof, authorizing the issuance of $378,100 of bonds to finance the appropriation and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in the anticipation of the issuance of bonds.
Mr. Mayor, move the passage of this proposed ordinance on second and final reading.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second on the ordinance on second reading for bond ordinance authorizing various capital improvements and acquisitions for the amount of $398,000. This is open to the public. Anyone that has any comments or concerns concerning this ordinance on second reading, please step up to the mic, state your name and your concerns, and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please. Seeing no one, I close item number 1, ordinance on second reading. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalabas?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 2 is an ordinance amending Millville City Code, Chapter 30, Land Use and Development Regulations, Article 14, Supplemental Zoning Districts Regulations, Sections 133, Fences, Walls, and Hedges, in order to modernize regulations governing fences and walls.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this proposed ordinance on second and final reading.
Second motion.
We have a motion and a second, once again, on the ordinance on second reading in regards to ordinance amending Millville City Code, Chapter 30, Land Use and Development Regulations. Anyone that has any concerns, please step up to the mic, state your name, and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please, on item number 2. Seeing no one, I close item number 2, ordinance on second reading. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalabas?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 3 is an ordinance amending Millville City Code, Chapter 30, Land Use and Development Regulations, Article 23, Signs, Section 259, etc., in order to modernize and update regulations governing signs in the city.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this proposed ordinance on second and final reading.
Second motion.
Again, it's an ordinance on second reading, final, public hearing. Anyone that has any comments or concerns in regards to ordinance amending Millville City Code, Chapter 30, in reference to Section 259, please step up to the mic, state your name and concerns, and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please. Seeing no one, I close ordinance number 3 on second reading. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalabas?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Ordinance is on first reading.
Okay, we have an ordinance amending the salary ordinance to remove titles with the minimum and maximum compensation for various vacant administration titles.
Mr. Mayor, move the passage of this proposed ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on December 7th, 2021, after due publication provided for by law.
Second the motion.
You had a motion and a second. Are there any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, simply as a point of clarification, this item was made at the recommendation of our Chief Financial Officer, our Business Administrator, and Personnel Officer in examining the titles that were currently vacant prior to adoption of an administrator's contract. So these items are in plans to modify, update, and modernize our own salary ordinance in order to ensure that many of the titles are congruent to what the expectations would be.
Thank you. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalabas?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Consent agenda items, please.
Okay, all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the Board of Commissioners and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a governing body member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Item 1 is a resolution approving a discharge of mortgage executed by Natalie Holland for property located at 223 North 3rd Street, Block 422, Lot 11. Item 2 is a resolution authorizing special assessment of municipal liens for certain properties due to expenses incurred by the City of Millville relating to board and secure plus administrative fees in accordance with Chapter 11, Article 6 of the Municipal Code. Item 3 is a resolution authorizing adjustments in the tax and utility records. Item 4 is a resolution authorizing the insertion of an additional item of revenue in the calendar year 2022 budget, which is now available as revenue from the New Jersey Department of Transportation fiscal year 2021 Municipal Aid Program for Columbia Avenue, Riverside Drive, and 5th Street roadway improvements in the sum of $525,497. Item 5 is a resolution authorizing special assessment of municipal liens for certain properties due to expenses incurred by the City of Millville relating to cut and clean, plus administrative fees in accordance with Chapter 11, Article 6 of the Municipal Code. Just need a motion to approve those items.
So moved.
Second the motion?
Motion is second. Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Resolutions.
Okay, item 1 is a resolution authorizing the award of contract for the project known as City of Millville Work Uniforms to Landsman Uniform Incorporated for items 1 through 36, 51 through 62, and to Smart Stitch for items 37 through 50, at the prices listed on the attached Schedule A.
And I guess that's a certification of availability of funds on that one too for 50, whatever, 37? I don't see a certification. Do we need
Oh,
a
the-
certification of that?
On the
or not?
amount.
Let me see what I have in my file here, I'm
Because I
sorry.
have a note that they're certified. I
We
don't
have
see it.
totals. Landsman and Smart Stitch is
Yeah.
the second.
Thank you.
First one's Lance.
That's for $10,000?
Okay, so,
To Landsman uniforms.
Okay.
yes, 10,000,
I think-
and then Smart
yeah.
Stitch is for 15, so it's a total of 25.
10,000, right?
So 10 for the one and 15 for the other, so it's 25 total. Do you
Okay,
have this?
so you
wanna
want
look at these?
25,000 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, move adoption of this with it. Mr. Mayor, I have a certification of availability of funds from Marcella Shepherd, CFO, in the amount of $25,000.
Correct.
Move the adoption of this resolution. Thank you.
You're
Second the
welcome.
motion.
Motion is second. Are any comments with certification of funds? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 2 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of a Pierce 100-foot duty aerial tower fire truck from Fire and Safety Services, 200 Ryan Street, South Plainfield, New Jersey, in the total amount of $1,470,436.47.
And with that, Mayor, I have the certification of funds in the amount of $1,470,436.47 from our Chief Financial Officer, Marcella Shepherd, and I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Motion is second. And certification of funds on purchase of this fire vehicle. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Chief Lippincot's going to be happy.
Stand.
Item 3 is a resolution rescinding Resolution Number 254-2021, adopted on November 3rd, 2021, authorizing and directing $20,760.74 in second-generation urban enterprise zone funds to be provided to support the administration of the Millville Vineland Urban Enterprise Zone.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Motion is second. Are any comments?
As a point of clarification, it's my understanding from our clerk's office that the reason or the rationale for having rescinded this resolution is just due to the fact that the public hearing was not held, and this evening, with hopes of reintroducing the resolution, the public hearing would be applied this evening.
Thank you. Any other comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 4 is a resolution authorizing and directing $20,760.74 in second-generation urban enterprise zone funds to be provided to support the administration of the Millville Vineland Urban Enterprise Zone.
Mr. Mayor, move for the adoption of this resolution, and I have a certification, availability of funds from Marcella Shepherd, Chief Financial Officer, $20,760.74.
And this is one of those odd ducks where even though it's a resolution, you need a public hearing.
Got it.
Second that motion.
So got a motion and a second on item number 4 on resolution in regards to authorizing and directing the $20,760.74 in second generation to UEZ, which is shared by the city of Vineland and Millville. Anyone that has any comments or concerns concerning this, please step up to the mic, state your name and concerns, and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please. Seeing no one, I close item number 4 in regards to second generation UEZ funds. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes, this is what I was mentioning earlier in my report, that we're putting together, getting things done for the UEZ zone. This is just normal, routine business that has to be done in reference to the UEZ zone. So when the new commissioners come in, this work will already be done for them, okay?
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Yes.
Okay, Commissioner Eudalovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 5 is a resolution approving the letter of support by the City of Millville for True Leaf Cannabis for the purchase and redevelopment of the property known as Block 136, Lot 1, to utilize said property as a Class 1 cultivator as well as a Class 2 manufacturer licensed facility.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 6 is a resolution approving letter of support by the City of Millville for Ascension Cannabis Brands for the purchase and redevelopment of the property known as Block 265, Lot 5, to utilize said property as a Class 1 cultivator as well as a Class 2 manufacturer licensed facility.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Get a motion and a second. Are any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 7 is a resolution authorizing award of bid for the project known as Fifth Street Road Reconstruction to El Feriazzi Concrete Company, Atlantic City, New Jersey, in the amount of $593,488.50.
With that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification availability of funds from Marcellus Shepherd in the amount of $593,488.50. Move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion?
Get a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, let's skip to number 9. We have a resolution rescinding Resolution Number 256, 2021, approved on November 3rd, 2021, authorizing a person-to-person transfer of the plenary retail consumption license 0610330120007 Grayling Corporation to Brinker Freehold Incorporated, and directing the municipal clerk to endorse the license certificate to the new owner due to failure to comply with the background requirements.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Brock, can you explain this a little bit?
I can explain it.
All right, thank
so,
you.
You don't often have a person-to-person transfer or place-to-place transfer with ABC licenses, but this came up where Chili's was being bought out by this Brinker Freehold at a state. So we have different rules in terms of background checks and fingerprinting. We have to go. We send them to Vineland, like the police department no longer does.
Correct.
The ink and roll and the background checks. So we pulled the cart before the horse, basically, because the state gave me a list of things that were required. I got the resolution done, but they needed to have the background done prior to and that resolution being passed. So it'll probably come up again once everything's cleared, but they're going through the process of dealing with New Jersey.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay.
Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, we also have resolution number 10, which is not on there, but this is a resolution rescinding resolution number 257, 2021, adopted on November 3rd, 2021, which was approving a shared services agreement between the City of Millville and the authority. This was the one for the curtain wall, I think?
This is the project to make certain repairs to the curtain wall. I can discuss it further if you'd like me to.
Yes. First, Madam Clerk, would it be appropriate to provide a roll call, or would you recommend that our city solicitor explain the item prior to that?
We don't have a motion on the floor yet, so he can
I think,
explain
yeah,
it.
Brock can
Okay.
explain it.
Yes.
Okay, this was one of the authority, which previously was known as the CCIA. One of their consulting architects under a previous shared services agreement performed an inspection of this building to study certain structural problems associated with the curtain wall. And this building was built in 3 different phases over time, so there are some issues concerning that. They recommended that certain repairs needed to be made on an immediate basis, and so the board previously adopted a resolution that would approve a construction management contract or shared services agreement with the authority so that those repairs could be made, and I think they were about $100,000. The problem is that we never actually had the shared services agreement. It wasn't prepared, and all we had was a template, and then when that was discovered, I think that Commissioner Dallas felt it would be better to rescind this resolution until we actually have the shared services agreement, and perhaps that would be business that would be entertained by this commission or perhaps the next commission.
Yeah.
And
I
with
think
that-
go ahead. I think that's pretty much what, was the right thing to do, to be honest with you. New commission look at it, review it. Can we do it? Yes, but I think it's something that should probably, the new commission should look at, and you make up your mind on it, because it's a contract that you would have to live with. But I think that you folks should handle that, not us, at this time, okay?
And with that explanation, Madam Clerk, I move for the adoption of this resolution rescinding Resolution Number 257-2021.
Approved. Second the motion.
Second motion.
All right, we got a
Right, so
motion and
I
a
got-
second, second by Commissioner
I
Pepitone, I
got that,
believe.
thank you.
All right. Any other comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Perrin?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes, thank you for all that explanation.
Thank you.
New business, please.
Okay, I just need a motion to authorize the city clerk to advertise to receive bids for the sanitary sewer rehabilitation project.
Mr. Mayor, move the motion.
Second the motion.
Motion and a second, are there any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Perrin?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Thank
We've
you.
now reached the public comment portion of this meeting. Anyone who would like to address this commission, please go up to the podium, state your name, and address your concerns, and please limit your comments to 5 minutes.
Yep. Always have to raise the mic. Pastor Steve Harris, 404.
You're a tall guy.
I know, right? 404 Crescent. Couple quick things. After 7 years of our ministry being here, because of COVID and a whole bunch of things that have happened, we've had to shut our doors. And so while one door shuts, another opens. And I've actually joined Cornerstone Community Church with Pastor Ralph Graves, who's currently on Church Street. And I was also kind of sent to give the message, too, that it's probably going to be in January that they are moving, we're going to move to the old unemployment building in Vineland, which is 501 North Landis, I believe. So he's in the process of putting flooring down and doing all kinds of work with it. So that transition is happening over the next couple months. But we decided, we've known each other for a while, and we just felt it was better just to join forces and, you know, and go from there. So my wife and I are really excited, but at the same time, I told him, I said, we love Vineland, we love Bridgeton, but we really love Millville. So after much prayer, because quite honestly, with everything that was going on, I had to seek God and say, am I supposed to be in Jersey? Because when I take a trip to West Virginia, my friends tell me that the price I pay for my taxes in 1 month is what they pay all year on a mountain. I was a little bit tempted. So, but this isn't easy. That's easy. This is not easy. And so we're in it for the long haul. And so I want to say thank you specifically to only because of tenure, Mayor Santiago, because you were here 7 years ago when we started Code Blue. I know everybody's been involved with it some way, shape, or form, but you were there when we started doing this and all the years that we got to know each other. And when I was up here many times, you supported it constantly. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I also want to say, in light of our situation in our nation, I have to give kudos as well to this commission because of the fact that there have been people, and rightfully so at times, that have been very passionate, that have come up here, and they've unloaded at times. And yet they were allowed to. And I think that's crucial. Why? Because we're losing free speech. And we have to be able to voice our opinions and be a part of the process. And I have never seen, in the time that I've been here, I have never seen anyone up there shut someone down. If it's happened, then I'll retract it. But from my experience, even when it's gotten really tense, really tight, I've never seen someone be shut down. And I really want to thank you for keeping the forum open. Okay? So that's another thing. The last thing is, it's been 8 years now I've been asking this. I'm really disappointed that we didn't get a vision for the city. I'll be totally honest. If it's happened, I'd love to see it. If I missed the boat, cool, send it to me. But I want to see where we're going in the next 20 years. I want to see where we're going to take this thing. My son Seth is here with me tonight. He's 21 years old. He's never set foot in here to see the process or see anything, and quite frankly, he's not really crazy about politics. But he's a mechanic. Now, what incentive does he have to stay here? And I'm trying to sell him on that he can make a difference here. He can go other places and do much more. I want to keep our youth here. I want to build the bench for long after we're all gone, that the future is going to be here debating things and going over things. What is the city going to look like? What do we want the vision to be? Who are we attracting here? What plan do we have to bring certain businesses here to say, this is the direction we're going? And I'll be more than happy to volunteer time to be a part of, whether it's, the next commission or whoever. If someone puts a thing together, I would love to be a part of it. I don't have the answers. I'm not saying I have something in my back pocket. I'm just saying, instead of the Band-Aiding, I'd love to see a bigger vision to be put up and saying, this is where we really want to go. Yes, it's going to take a lot of steps to get there, but this is where we want to take this thing in the future. So I'm not aiming this at one person. I'm not aiming this at one commission, because I've said this for 8 years. I'm just saying I really would love, and especially with the new commission, that conversation gets started. I want to be a part of it. I don't want to sit up here and complain about stuff when we can be a part of the solution. So again, I just want to extend, my thanks to all of you who have served up here, every single one of you. And I've gotten to know you personally, and I just think the world of you. And so we need to do this together. The finger pointing's got to stop. The name calling's got to stop. We got to get down to business. There's a lot of things that needs to be done, and especially from a state level on where we're going. We got a mass exodus of people leaving Jersey. That's going to affect us. So how does that look? So I can get up here all day and talk about that, but the bottom line is I just want to say thanks, and I welcome the new commission. I'm ready, willing, and able to work with you. So thank you guys so much for all your support over the years, and we're going to keep going.
Thank you, Pastor Harris. Well said. Anyone else? I close the public portion of this meeting. Comments of commissioners. Commissioner Cooper,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
welcome.
In my report, my parks report, you heard a lot of swimming events. So that was part of our initiative for the Millville Community Center. So you'll be seeing a lot more of that happening throughout the year. We've already have plenty of projects scheduled for that, so I hope you guys will come out and engage in that and participate in that, because that is part of your community center. And bring your family out and enjoy that. I know we're all looking forward to the Christmas parade, one of the best events that we do every year. And we have a lot of people, record signups for this year, so it should be amazing once again. Pastor Harris, the vision for the city, I agree with you. I agree. What is that vision? And it is about the youth and what we can do. Let's see what we can do for them. Let's see what the real plan is and see what lies for our future in our youth. If you ever call my phone, if anyone ever calls my phone, you'll hear a message that says, if you're part of the problem, hang up. If you're part of the solution, leave me a message. So I hope that we can all work together moving forward and to be a part of the solution, because we really do need real solutions and a real vision for our city moving forward. So not pointing any fingers, not calling anybody any names, but no matter what, and no matter who's in office, we still have to work together to move our city forward. So let's all work together and be a part of the solution. Mr. Mayor, with that, moving forward.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Pepitone.
First of all, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. It's right around the corner. Everybody gets together, has fun with their families, takes the time just to kind of relax and take credit of what's really important. To answer one of the things that you said about a vision, a strict vision is hard to set, but I want to talk about some of the accomplishments that I think that we've done. This commission, look to enhance community policing. We started on that. I'm hoping that the next commission continues as that of one of their priorities. Also hiring more police officers. There's a lot of issues that go on with that the new commission will learn, and I'm sure will do what they need to do to get us to that point. We raised taxes, this commission, 10 cents. I think about 10 cents. Did we do 4, 4, and 2? We're around that. In doing so, it wasn't popular, but what we've done is brought probably $1.5 million every year coming into the city coffers to help run the city. Wasn't a popular thing, but it was necessary. So the new commission doesn't have to deal with that issue. We've already brought the tax rate up. And although, again, unpopular, needed to be done, so I'm not ashamed of that at all. We have the UEZ zone in place that's going to generate about $1 million over the next 10 years in revenue for the city.
You'll get about anywhere from $800 to $1 million a year.
Okay, so that's in place. There's a nice chunk of money, 7.4 million from the COVID money that they'll have to use. We have EMS in place. This commission's done a lot. A specific vision, I don't know if I could put those words in, but we've worked to set the table for the next commission. I'm excited about the new individuals coming in. I have the opportunity to talk to a few of them. They seem dedicated. They seem like they're hearters into it, and I wish them all the luck. If there's anything that any of us could do to help them move the city forward, I'm sure that's in our best interest, that you guys all do well, because it's going to benefit our city. So as the new vision comes about, that's going to be put together by the new commission. I wish them all the luck. With that, I want to thank you for bringing that issue up, because it brought some clarity to what I wanted to share. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. Commissioner Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I know that we've had a lot of questions that have been responded to by our city solicitor, by our professionals this evening. So if we can take a moment once again to focus on one of the comments that we heard this evening from Pastor Harris. If I can also echo Commissioner Pepitone, Commissioner Cooper, I think that you explained that very graciously and extending your well wishes to the next commission who's coming up. If I can provide this perspective to anyone who is in the public, who's providing comment, who's also reflecting on it, in order to have one city vision, essentially what you need to have, and I hope that this is something that our new commission considers, effectively to have one city vision, you need to have each department have a strong vision of what is its own focus. From public affairs, we know that planning, we know that coming up with ordinances that are going to help promote economic development. We saw this through the scope of economic development through the Cannabis Regulatory Commission. We know with the new updates that are unfolding before us how Chapter 30 is going to be a large influence. We can also see from Parks and Public Property how that perspective into pulling our youth into the focus is also a part of that. And Commissioner Pepitone, you voiced that very well by expressing the community policing and how that's an influence in looking at the budgetary perspectives as well in recruiting quality personnel.
Thank you.
But also I know that from all of our departments that what this new commission, I hope their focus will be having that strong central administration to ensure that each department individually is going to focus on those strengths that are going to make the department the best that it can be, and to bring that all together. To say one vision is a wonderful thing to uphold, and it's a wonderful thing to promote. But effectively, for that to be the case, for it to have actual quality to it, something that is qualitative and quantitative, we need to make sure that each department is operating effectively. So if I can provide this as feedback to the new commission coming in, having that strong central administration to ensure that you're going to have each department accomplishing its goals, but coming up those visions for that puts one vision into something that's actually going to make a difference. So if I can provide that, I hope that this next commission coming in learns from every other misstep and every other success that every commission has learned in the past. I hope that it is that you're going to respect one another's departments, and that you're going to understand that whatever goals are set forth by the professionals, that those need to be promoted and upheld. And I think that will be something that remains to be seen by every commission coming forward. So Pastor Harris, I hope that the upcoming commission really did hear your thoughts very sincerely. And I hope that as they're reflecting upon it, they realize that it's not something as surface level as providing one vision, but rather figuring out what it is from our professionals that we need to make this a data-based drive forward. So to my professionals who sit here, my colleagues, thank you for your feedback this evening. And with the conclusion of that comment, Mr. Mayor, progress.
Thank you, Commissioner. Vice Mayor Parent.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Pastor Harris, of course, are very dear friends over the years. He always stayed in touch with me when I have a little difficult health problem. I appreciate your friendship and your prayers. Help get me through a tough time. People, you have to remember that this administration was pretty much out of business for 15 months. 15 months. In the history of the city, No commission dealt with what this commission had to deal with. Trying to do business, provide you folks with your services without the cooperation of this administration, how we had to function as elected officials, locked up in your home. It was very difficult. But through that whole thing, the thing that was, we were able to move the city forward and provide you with the services is because we were a team up here. We weren't individuals. It wasn't my department. It wasn't the mayor's department. When you had a crisis like we had, every department was everybody's responsibility to try to utilize personnel, technology. We couldn't even get anybody in here to fix the TV, to broadcast our meetings. Yet people were complaining because we weren't on TV. Pick up the phone calls. We're still here trying to provide that service. Our meetings, conference calls, how we had to communicate on a phone with conference calls to keep this city moving. Unheard of. I can remember the very difficult times we had in the early 90s as a community when we lost all of the industry. They were moving out. There was no jobs, no nothing, Pastor. People coming into your office crying like babies. They're losing their homes. Very difficult time in the history of the city at that point. And here we are again, where we couldn't leave our home, our loved ones, and it was very, very difficult. It's the effort of our administrative people here at City Hall, our supervisors out there every day providing the services to the city. I agree, economic development, Pastor. We realize that. But when you lose that much time, how are you going to bring business into town? Nobody wants to come in and spend the money. You didn't know what was happening. But one thing has happened in the past, I'd say 6 months. A lot of good news on business and industry coming into this town. You will see that. We hope to make an announcement before the year is out. But things are moving that's going to create jobs and revenue by this commission. And Commissioner Udalvis has moved extremely well in trying to work and get these things done. So again, I agree. We need jobs. We need ratables. We need these things. The next administrations are going to have those tools. Mr. Hewitt, Mr. Romanek, you're going to see that. You're going to be left with a lot of money coming in to create jobs. The UEZ zone is a 10-year program. It's not a quick fix like what we have with the recovery of $7.4 million for you guys to spend on economic development or other areas that you're going to have guidelines that the state's going to say this is where you can spend the money. And when you come up with those projects, it still has to be approved by the state of New Jersey. With the recovery money that's coming in, we had plans to spend those money, whether it's the infrastructure or any other way, all still has to be approved by the state of New Jersey. Doesn't matter what we say or you say as commissioners, it has to be approved. Your UEZ funding will be a 10-year program, not a one-shot deal. That's where economic development is going to come in, because you're going to be able to help create jobs. You're going to be able to help the existing jobs that are in this city, with hiring people, getting things done. That is going to be a motor that's going to lead this city for many, many years, and I know that the new administration will take advantage of it. It is an important program. We have worked extremely hard throughout the state to get that zoned back here in Millville since we lost it a number of years ago. I mentioned a person's name, Mayor Bolwich. I think some people heard me say that. And nobody knows him. I know him personally. I've known him since he got elected in 1992, mayor of Elizabeth, population of 140,000 people. And if anybody's going to the conference in Atlantic City, the League of Municipalities Conference, look him up. What an outstanding individual. And you want somebody to know how to work hard, bring that UEZ zone. I can remember when I called him, because I had an idea, and I know he did too, a few months ago at a meeting. I said, a lot of the great things are going to happen in the city. But I couldn't say anything because they haven't signed the plan. And it was signed. The first person I called was my dear friend up in Elizabeth, Mayor Bolwich, and thanked him for his leadership, helping our city and other cities in the state of New Jersey, bringing that zone back, because we know how important it is. This administration worked extremely hard with them to make it happen. So when somebody says things aren't done, maybe you don't see it right now, but some of the work that's been done by this administration, you will benefit, and that's good. And I hope that when you finish up in 4 years and you run for re-election, you can sit back and say, you know something, we've done a lot of good work with a lot of good programs. And nobody's going to remember what we did, and nobody's going to remember what you did in years to come. It's only what you can do while you're here. And while you're here, you try to do the best you can under a very difficult time. We are now going to be able, I hope, God willing, we are going to spend Thanksgiving together with family and Christmas together with family. For once, you know, it's been very difficult for all of us. We all shared that as citizens of Millville. It wasn't Democrat or Republican, rich or poor. It affected all of us. So we're going to leave on a good mark. We wish all the new commissioners good luck. And believe me when I say that, if you need to call to somebody that you wanted to hear something about or any way I can help you, I'll be available because I care about this city. Everyone sitting up here, I'm sure, feels the same way. They care about this city. And there's some smart people. They're smart people. So again, you know, this isn't a farewell speech, okay? That might be at another time. But, you know, it's just been an honor to sit up here with this group, knowing what we went through as a team, a very, very difficult time in the history of this city. And we could not have done it without all of us working together. Administrative, legal counsel. One thing we did learn, how to do business a little bit differently. Am I right? You know, I mean, maybe we don't need this, that, or need that. We've learned a little bit from a crisis. So again, I got to have a drink because I got to be careful. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Pastor Steve, you're passionate, man, and I love it. And just like you stepped up to the plate just now when we needed somebody for the good word, you stepped up to the plate, and I know you always step up, whether it's us or the new commission, whoever comes in the future. So it's been a pleasure seeing you here and always being here supporting us. And like I said the last time, your success is our success, so all I do is wish all of you success. That's all I have, because everybody else said everything else. Can I get a motion to
So
adjourn?
moved.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Have a safe trip home. Thank you.
Guys.